The universe records everything, every word you speak, every action you take, everything you create, and every thought you think. Nothing is ever truly lost. We will now unveil the universe's cosmic recording system, known as the Akashic Records, that preserves your entire existence in perfect detail. Ancient mystics and modern quantum physicists both recognize this universal memory field, though they describe it in different languages. The Akashic Records function as the ultimate archive, a living library where all human experience remains eternally accessible. From the Sanskrit Akasha, meaning primordial space, these records contain the complete story of your soul's journey across time. This universal memory operates beyond conventional physics, infusing meaning into each moment while preserving the unfolding tapestry of cosmic evolution. What you consider fleeting and temporary, the universe preserves forever. The term Akashic Records comes from the Sanskrit word Akasha, meaning space or ether. Yet this space holds substance, the primordial medium from which everything emerges. In ancient India, Akasha was considered the most subtle of the five elements, the invisible canvas on which reality paints itself. Western spiritual explorers who encountered this concept in the 19th century described it as an etheric library, recording not just world events, but also our innermost experiences. Modern physics has discovered that empty space contains remarkable properties. The quantum vacuum, once thought to be nothing, pulses with energy and information. Physicist John Wheeler observed, "There's no such thing as empty space." What we perceive as emptiness might actually function as the memory bank of everything. The void is not void at all. It is a plenum of recorded speech, action, creation, and cognition. Ancient seers and quantum physicists speak different languages yet describe the same reality, a universe that remembers everything said, done, made, and thought. Nothing vanishes without a trace. All is preserved in the living memory of the cosmos. The sacred architecture of universal memory reveals itself through quantum entanglement, those invisible threads binding particles together. Touch one particle, and its twin responds instantly, even across galaxies, as if space doesn't exist between them. This cosmic mechanism records your words as vibrational patterns in the quantum field. Each syllable creates sound waves that appear to dissipate in physical air, but actually imprint themselves as information patterns in the quantum vacuum. Your casual conversation, heartfelt declarations, whispered secrets, eternally preserved in the Akashic Records. Your physical actions generate their own distinctive patterns. When you move through space, you create waves in the quantum medium surrounding you. These waves form interference patterns with all other waves, creating a unique signature that identifies your specific actions forever. The dance of your physical form through the world leaves an eternal choreographic record. Everything you create, whether material objects, written words, artistic expressions, or conceptual frameworks, manifests first as thought form before taking physical shape. The Akashic Records preserve both the initial creative impulse and its manifested expression. Your creative works exist not merely in their physical form, but as eternal patterns in the cosmic memory. Most profoundly, your thoughts generate subtle but powerful information fields. Each mental image, emotional response, and conceptual structure produces quantum-level fluctuations that imprint themselves on the cosmic substrate. The privacy of thought exists as an illusion, not because others can read your mind, but because the universe itself records every fleeting idea, every elaborate fantasy, every deep contemplation. The universe records your experience like a cosmic hologram, each fragment containing the whole picture. When powerful technology shatters a holographic plate, each broken piece still contains the entire image, just from a different angle. Reality functions similarly. Every word you've spoken, action you've taken, creation you've made, and thought you've conceived becomes encoded not in a specific spot, but distributed throughout the cosmic system. Physicist David Bohm called our visible world merely the explicate order, a projection from a deeper implicate reality, where everything exists in unbroken wholeness. What appears as separate events in our everyday experience remains forever united in this deeper dimension. The philosopher Ervin Laszlo named this cosmic memory field the A field, a modern name for the ancient Akashic Records. Within this field, subtle vortices of energy carry the imprint of all that has transpired. Every syllable, movement, creation, and thought. These vortices interweave, creating interference patterns that preserve information in a cosmic tapestry. When these various information patterns encounter one another, they form interference patterns that integrate all information into a unified whole. Each pattern maintains its unique signature while participating in the greater harmony of the cosmic record. The human soul stands as both reader and writer in the cosmic library. Our consciousness extends beyond the physical brain, reaching into the universal field of awareness. The ancient mystics described consciousness as a candle flame, seemingly contained, yet connected to the eternal fire of universal mind. Your awareness appears localized in the brain, yet exists as one expression of the infinite consciousness that permeates all creation. In ordinary states, you perceive only your individual light. In heightened awareness, you commune with the boundless luminosity from which all flames draw their fire. This cosmic communion occurs through subtle energy centers ancient traditions call chakras, particularly the crown chakra, which serves as the soul's gateway to higher dimensions. These energetic gateways create resonance between individual consciousness and the Akashic realm, allowing the exchange of wisdom across time, space, and dimension. This isn't just ancient symbolism. Modern science reveals how these gateways function. Studies show remarkable phenomena that conventional science struggles to explain. Remote viewers perceive distant locations with accuracy that defies conventional explanation. Twins sense each other's experiences across vast distances. Individuals in deep meditative states receive information they couldn't possibly know through ordinary means. Throughout history, people have accessed this field directly. The oracle at Delphi, the prophets of ancient traditions, the shamans of indigenous cultures, all developed methods to part the veil between ordinary awareness and the Akashic realm, retrieving information about words spoken long ago, actions performed in distant places, objects created and destroyed, and thoughts conceived by other minds. Indigenous cultures worldwide practice methods for connecting to what the Australian Aboriginals call the dream time, a dimension where all that has been said, done, made, and thought exists simultaneously. Our brains function more like receivers than generators, tuning into frequencies of awareness rather than creating it. The brain functions holographically, as neuroscientist Carl Pribram discovered, mirroring the holographic nature of the universe itself, capable of both recording and retrieving information about words, actions, creations, and thoughts. During meditation, creative flow, or spontaneous mystical experiences, the bandwidth expands, the veil thins. You access information beyond personal experience. Have you ever experienced a sudden insight that arrived from nowhere? A creative inspiration appearing fully formed? A knowing something you couldn't possibly know? You momentarily open the eye of spirit to behold the eternal library of the cosmos. The Akashic Records preserve human experience in 4 interconnected dimensions. 1. Your words. The spoken word carries power in the cosmic memory. Ancient traditions recognize this in their emphasis on mantras, chants, and prayers. Each promise made, truth spoken and lie told, preserved in perfect detail. These vibrations carry not just literal meaning, but emotional tone, intention, and spiritual resonance. 2. Your actions. Physical movements generate waves in the quantum medium. These waves encode information about the nature, purpose, and consequences of your actions. The gentle touch of compassion, the forceful blow of anger, the precise movement of craftsmanship, all leave their mark. Nothing escapes the cosmic record. 3. Your creations. Everything you make begins as thought form before manifesting physically. The Akashic Records preserve both the initial spark and the finished work, Your creations exist not merely as temporary objects, but as eternal patterns in the cosmic memory, preserved even after their physical forms have turned to dust. And 4. Your thoughts, most subtle yet perhaps most significant. Every concept, emotion, image, and decision produces quantum-level fluctuations in the cosmic substrate. The advanced yogis understood this when they emphasized thought purification. In the Akashic light, your innermost thoughts shine as visibly as your outward actions. These 4 dimensions interweave to form the complete story of your journey. None exists in isolation. They dance together in a complex choreography. Your thoughts influence your words, words motivate actions. Actions produce creations, and creations inspire new thoughts. The Akashic Records preserve not just these elements, but their intricate interrelationships. The universe's memory works like a cosmic fingerprinting system, creating unique patterns that never fade. The quantum vacuum buzzes with particles blinking in and out of existence. This cosmic dance of creation and dissolution occurs at a scale so fundamental that it creates the very fabric of space-time. Every disturbance, whether from spoken words, physical movements, creative manifestations, or thought processes, generates information-carrying waves. When you speak, sound waves eventually dissipate in air, but their informational essence creates enduring vortices in the quantum field. These vortices persist indefinitely, carrying the complete record of your utterances, their content, tone, intention, and emotional quality. Nothing spoken truly vanishes from the cosmic archive. The work of Hungarian physicist Laszlo illuminates how these information vortices function as carriers of cosmic memory. Like pages in an infinite book, these vortices preserve the complete record of all that has been spoken, done, created, and thought, encoded perfectly. When these various information patterns encounter one another, they form interference patterns that integrate all their information into a unified whole, like countless musical notes forming a grand symphony. Each pattern maintains its unique signature while participating in the greater harmony of the cosmic record. Living with awareness of universal memory transforms ordinary moments into sacred opportunities. That conversation with a stranger, that act of kindness, that creative project, that difficult decision, each becomes a contribution to the eternal tapestry. This knowledge invites deeper integrity in how you speak, act, create, and think, not from fear of judgment, but from recognition of your role in the cosmic story. Each word you speak emanates as a vibration that imprints itself upon the cosmic memory. The casual conversation, heartfelt declaration, whispered secret, all find their place in the eternal archive. This creates a sacred responsibility to speak with integrity, recognizing that your words leave an indelible mark upon reality itself. The eternal preservation offers profound comfort. Those you've loved and lost remain present in the Akashic field, their words, movements, creations, and thoughts preserved in perfect detail. Nothing of significance truly disappears. The cosmic memory also records the development of your soul across multiple lifetimes. Your current incarnation represents but one chapter in an ongoing saga. Many spiritual traditions teach that between incarnations the soul reviews its Akashic record, examining with perfect clarity every word, deed, creation, and thought from the life just completed. In daily practice, awareness of the Akashic records encourages inner coherence, meditation, prayer, contemplation. These align your energy with the universe's rhythm. The illusion of separation dissolves when we recognize our fundamental interconnection through the A field. We exist as nodes in a cosmic web of consciousness, each apparently individual mind, connected to all others through the universal substrate. The Akashic records represent a meeting point of ancient wisdom and quantum science, a cosmic library, preserving everything you do, say, make, and think. You exist not as an isolated entity whose words vanish, actions fade, creations crumble, or thoughts dissolve. You're a conscious expression of a cosmos that remembers. The development of humanity finds similar recording in the Akashic field. The great achievements of civilization, the catastrophic errors, the evolutionary advances, the wisdom accumulated across generations, all exist in the cosmic library, accessible to those who seek understanding of humanity's journey. The evolution of human consciousness follows a sacred trajectory toward greater alignment with the Akashic field. Throughout history, mystics, seers, artists, and visionaries have demonstrated the expanded awareness that represents humanity's birthright. Reflect on how this transforms your path. If everything you say becomes eternally recorded, how might that influence your speech today? If every action leaves its imprint, how might that shape your choices now? If everything you create exists forever, how might that affect your creative work? If every thought generates ripples through universal consciousness, how might that transform your mental discipline? Your life unfolds not as a brief flicker in an indifferent void, but as an eternal thread in the living tapestry of creation. We kindly invite you to look further beyond the veil of ordinary perception. If this video resonated with you, please consider subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and sharing it with friends and loved ones. May the light of wisdom guide your path, and may the unity of all life inspire you to greater compassion and understanding. And remember, the universe never forgets.